Now on CoastTV News.
A cold front pushing through Delmarva this morning is putting an end to the very warm weather we just had. Much cooler today and into the weekend, and some showers as well. Details coming up.
Mysterious mass overdose. We're learning more about the recent spike of cases in Sussex County, including which communities are now the focus of an investigation.
Route 1 risks. We're looking at the trouble points heading to the beaches and DelDOT's plans to fix them.
Heel throws it up. It's off. Hart rebound and it's over.
Sixers sunk by Knicks as a season of promise ends in disappointment.
This is CoastTV News Today.
It is Friday, May 3rd, 2024. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Paige Marley. Thanks for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour.
So if today is May the 3rd, tomorrow is May the 4th. That is a big day for Star Wars fans, like people you're close to, Paige.
Yes. Yeah. You know, I'm trying to think of how much I want to tell the people, you know? But May the 4th be with you,
Yes.
Star Wars reference.
Okay. Just
and my
didn't know if you had any
fiance,
extra plans,
you know,
extra costumes,
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if my fiance shows up with a lightsaber and tries to duel me or something.
Oh, that'd be cool.
You know, for you, for him, you know, yeah. But for all you Star Wars fans out there, I see you, I respect you. I fell asleep during all the movies, and
Okay.
the only character I remember is Jar Jar
Jar
Binks.
Jar Binks, yes. So
You know me so well.
yeah.
You like Star Wars a little bit,
I
right?
do.
Yeah.
Not so much Jar Jar, but I know that's
Yeah.
maybe a generational thing.
But there's not like a lightsaber hanging up on your wall like there is at my house?
There's not.
Okay, so now you guys get what I'm dealing with, right? No, just kidding. It's a fine life. We're all good to hear. But Bob, May the 4th, May the 3rd be with you.
Fourth,
and
third.
and also with you guys. Boy, what a sharp contrast in our weather. Yesterday, we had near record warm temperatures close to 90, and today, a much different story. It is cooling down already, 50s from Milton down through Lewis, Indian River Inlet, Bethany Beach, 61 in Georgetown, Delmar 63 and 63 in Salisbury. These very well could be the high temperatures for the day, as the winds have now shifted to the north and east behind a cold front that continues to sink through southern Delaware. And you can see some clouds out there right now, and that front is basically right through Seaford and then off the coast near Bethany Beach to the south of it, a little milder to the north. Very chilly air builds in as we go through the day. So let's take a look at futurecasts. Here's 7 a.m. I think we do start to cloud up. We see a strong easterly wind and temperatures in the 50s, maybe a little warmer than this, but you get the picture. Breezy and much cooler throughout the day. We will see some breaks from time to time and maybe lower 60s well inland as we go to around 2:30, but much cooler elsewhere with the breezy and cool conditions continuing this evening. So no more 80s. It's about a 30-degree drop today through the 50s and a strong easterly wind, and that cool weather sticks around for a couple days. And keep the umbrella handy for the weekend. I'll tell you why coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. We have some shocking video to show you now of a boat fire and the captain of a dive boat which burned in 2019 that killed 34 people was sentenced Thursday to 48 months in federal prison. That fire broke out on Labor Day of 2019 while it was anchored near Santa Cruz Island. 34 people who were sleeping below deck were killed. 5 crew members, including the captain, Jerry Boylan, survived. The 70-year-old was found guilty last November of 1 count of misconduct or neglect of ship officer.
Happening today, Seaford High School is expected to have a new weapons detection system on campus. This comes after a student was arrested on Thursday. Police say 18-year-old Fernando Etienne was found with a gun and a knife following a routine disciplinary search. This prompted a quick reaction from the school's resource officer and the Seaford Police Department. The student was charged and released on his own recognizance.
Doctors and police warning of a sudden spike in overdoses that appear to be resistant to Narcan. That's the drug that reverses the effects of an overdose. The community's reacting to the spike in overdoses, and now we have a better idea of what's causing them. They told CoastTV News that they've been getting more Narcan kits. They are training people on how to use those kits. They're also asking if they are helping stay alert and aware. This spike has sent shock waves throughout Sussex County specifically. The founder of Higher Ground Outreach told us one of the biggest tools to fight against this is education.
We've made it our business to make sure that we're educating them again, even though they may know, but we're just reminding them that no, this is not your average stuff you've been doing, and that the possibility of overdosing and not coming back from it is very real.
We did receive some new information from Delaware State Police. The majority of these cases are being seen in Millsboro, Milford, and in Georgetown.
And state police also stated that a toxicology is underway to confirm substances in 2 deadly cases. Troopers say early tests are revealing dangerous drugs like xylazine. That's mixed with fentanyl and other chemicals. Police and health services urge everyone to avoid unknown substances and to seek immediate help if needed through emergency services or the Delaware Hope Line.
Delaware lawmakers have introduced a piece of legislation that they claim would safeguard something called the 340B drug pricing program. For everyone that's unfamiliar with what that program is, it was established back in 1992. It mandates that drug manufacturers provide outpatient medications as discounted rates. So that's to organizations that serve disadvantaged people. So why do they need safeguards? It's in recent years, some drug manufacturers and distributors have put restrictions on some of those specific drugs. HB 383 is an attempt to bar those restrictions. 30 other states have already taken similar steps. The bill now in committee for review, so we'll keep an eye on its progress.
The Delaware Office of Marijuana Commissioner has released new proposed regulations for the adult use recreational marijuana industry. Delawareans who are 21 or older, they can now legally use recreational marijuana, and these rules, well, they'll help manage the industry effectively. The proposed regulations cover licensing, safety checks, social equity businesses, and a retail sales tax. These proposals can be reviewed online, can be commented on until May 31st.
There's a lot going on at Route 1 Cave Neck intersection, especially during rush hour. The summertime, of course, turning off of Route 1 to get to Cave Neck Road, well, it can actually be dangerous, although there are a few signs indicating to drivers coming south that they need to look multiple times before crossing Route 1 Cave Neck intersection. People say that that's not enough.
And then if you have a car behind you, some people start honking at you, go, go, go. But the person who is in the front, they can't do it. You know, you have to be patient.
DelDOT has plans to build an overpass at that intersection, but construction there wouldn't begin until the spring of 2026. Since major accidents have happened at this intersection, some people want something to be done before it's too late.
And according to DelDOT, the project is currently in the design and planning phase. DelDOT says construction for an intersection would not be completed until the summer of 2028. And to view those plans, you can see that on our website.
Well, Sunday is Cinco de Mayo, and Maryland State Police, they are ramping up enforcement efforts. That includes DUI saturation patrols and high visibility enforcement. So you can expect to see more police on routes 13, 50, and 301, and Maryland Route 413. Troopers say impaired driving saturation funds from the Maryland Department of Transportation Highway Safety Office are helping pay for the increased enforcement.
Breaking overnight, the season is over for the 76ers. Their 118-115 loss in Game 6 of the first-round playoff series against the Knicks sends New York on to the second round and Philly home. Joel Embiid did his part, scoring 39 points, but get this, 2 of the 5 starters in the Sixers lineup had zero points. We'll have more on this game later on CoastTV News Today. Across the country, thousands of demonstrators have been arrested at anti-Israel protests.
And President Biden Thursday weighed in on the issue. NBC's Bree Jackson shows us the nationwide response as these protests grow.
From attacks on protesters at UCLA to a building being occupied at Columbia University, we've seen tensions escalate. According to a tally by NBC News, law enforcement arrested more than 2,100 people at pro-Palestinian protests across the country in the past 2 weeks. President Biden praised peaceful demonstrations while condemning acts of violence.
Peaceful protest is in the best tradition of how Americans respond to consequential issues. But neither are we a lawless country. We are a civil society, and order must prevail.
Students are calling for universities to divest from Israel and for the war in Gaza to end. The Biden administration is urging Hamas to agree to the current ceasefire deal on the table.
I will say, every day that goes by without a ceasefire right now is on Hamas, because they're the ones that are holding up an answer to this proposal, and they're the ones that are holding up reaching an immediate ceasefire that would help alleviate the suffering of the Palestinian people in Gaza.
At this pro-Jewish rally, students are calling for the release of hostages and for anti-Semitic activity to end.
Shout from the top of your lungs that the 133 hostages must be brought home now.
We are strong and together, and this is exactly what we are here for.
The president also speaking out against hate speech.
It's all wrong. It's un-American.
President Biden breaking his silence on the nationwide protest. Students making their voices heard. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
When asked if these demonstrations have forced him to reconsider any U.S. policy in the Middle East, President Biden simply said no. This comes as Biden will be at his Wilmington home this weekend.
All right, Matt, well, we're just getting started this morning.
Yeah, coming up, Paige, Springfest firing up. We'll show you a look at day one of the annual event and tell you what you can expect this weekend.
Also, Dewy and Bloom blossoms. We're telling you, and you can see volunteers overflowing with flowers.
Oh, and open space arrangements. We'll tell you what could make up that term, open space, and what is expected at a meeting this month in Lewis. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Today at 4 on Coast Life, join us at Springfest's 33rd anniversary in Ocean City. 4 days of tasty treats, lively music, and awesome handmade crafts. Plus, spend time with our adorable pet of the week. Today at 4 on Coast TV.
Bright yellow dandelions, a clear signal that the time for prevention is now, for crabgrass and clover are soon to follow. Hillside Lawn Service has been making lawns around the Chesapeake healthier and weed-free for over 30 years. They don't mow it, they grow it. Hillside certified agronomists test your soil, apply exactly what it needs and nothing it doesn't. Their high-efficiency formulas help protect our waterways. Switch to Hillside now and get $25 off their annual maintenance program. Call Hillside Lawn Service for your free assessment.
Social Security and Medicare aren't just handed to us.
We've earned them. Hour by hour. Day by day.
Paycheck by paycheck.
They aren't plans. They're a promise. Made to every American. Every American. And we're not going to let anyone break it.
Break it.
Break it.
Neither will I. And you can consider that a promise too. David Trone will stand up to Republicans looking to strip the safety net seniors depend on. And there's no backing down. I'm David Trone, and I approve this message.
Our soldiers are heroes who protect our country. But when they come home, it's up to us to help our heroes. Now, during FH Fur's Spring Into Giving campaign, for every $29 cooling system tune-up we perform, we'll donate that amount directly to Wounded Warrior Project. FH Fur Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical. Call 877-CALL-FUR or visit FHFur.com to schedule your $29 cooling system tune-up. And use hashtag SpringIntoGiving to share how you're giving back.
Ding dong! What do you want for lunch?
One of the most looked up words was Riz, which is slang for charisma. But if you have to look it up, you ain't got it.
It is exactly 5:13 on this Friday morning. Much cooler out there. Milford 60. Winds coming in from the northeast now. Mostly cloudy skies, and we're seeing some areas dipping into the 50s from Bethany Beach to Milton. Elsewhere, lower 60s, but these very well could be the highs for the day as we're seeing this east-northeast wind kicking in. And our temperatures today about 30 degrees cooler than they were yesterday. And we're seeing some mid to high-level clouds, but I think with time we'll see these low clouds from offshore start to move in, kind of a stratiform cloud. So here's your golf forecast. I'm leaving it shy today in the fair area. Well, sometimes, you can't make it all the time. 61, sun and clouds on the golf course, much cooler. So make sure you bundle up as you hit the fairways.
Bob, I think your putting got worse there. Oof. Moving on, in Seaford, Woodland Road between Craigs Mill Road and Butler Branch Road is now closed. That's due to emergency repairs that are needed. Crews will work until next Friday. Lewis's Open Space Subcommittee, they're going to meet on Thursday, May 9th. What they're going to do, they're going to try to define the term open space. Right now, open space could count as trees, trails, and boat slips the city wants to make this definition clearer for people to understand. Along with discussing the definition, the subcommittee will go over the requirements and use of an open space. Goal is to make open space centrally located and accessible to the public.
Soon, Taylor Swift, Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande, Adele, and Rihanna's music will all be back on TikTok. We can all take a deep breath together. This comes after a deal with Universal Music Group was reached. It now ends the feud that began in February over the royalty fees that forced the record label to pull the music from TikTok. So this means videos that were once muted due to copyright violations will now be unmuted. Well, most of us enjoy being able to sleep in, but maybe you don't like the extra shut-eye if it results in not hearing your alarm clock during the work week. Well, some iPhone users have turned to social media with that very complaint. They say they've overslept, maybe missing school or work because they did not hear their alarm. Some report they even saw their alarm going off, but there was no noise coming out of it to wake them up. Apple told NBC News, yeah, they're working on it. They are aware of this issue, but until then, you might want to set up a backup alarm. Well, as summer approaches, so do flowers on Dewey Beach coming up. We're telling you when volunteers will beautify the town.
I wonder if the alarm thing is like the dog ate my homework kind of excuse. Yeah. All right, Irish Ice Cam. It's cooling down, 57 in Lewis right now. So much cooler as the very warm summer weather is gone for a while, replaced by much cooler conditions and some showers into the weekend. I'll have your forecast details in 2 minutes.
Delmarva's Classic Rock, Big 107.7.
Rally for our first responders, Saturday, June 1st from 12 to 6 at Hudson Fields. Enjoy this family-friendly event full of live music, kids activities, food trucks, vendors, live auction, car show, competitive and social cornhole tournaments, and so much more. Tickets are on sale now starting at $10. Plus, sponsorship opportunities are still available. For more info, visit coastcountry.com. Coast Country Cares, sponsored by Spicer Brothers.
Whether it's a natural disaster or just everyday life's mishaps, in disaster's wake, there's only one call to make: Royal Plus. Find us at royalplus.com. We bring calm to the chaos.
From empty nester to first home, Accessible Home Builders does it all.
It was great working with Scott at Accessible Builders. He called us every Monday and asked us to come over to the house and each step of the way during the construction of our home.
It was pretty unique working with Scott because not only is he the owner, but he was working in here hands-on with his employees and really just trying to make our vision come to life.
Design your dream home with Accessible Home Builders.
Hey Delmarva, what does interior design at that furniture store look like? It's never the same. Every home that I go into, every person that I meet, it's always different. You go in the store and pick that one piece that you're not going to go into someone else's home and find the exact same thing, something that's going to bring some life into it. The conversation piece that says, you want to sit down and have a glass of wine? We get new pieces in every day. You can have same week delivery or same day pickup. We're just 3 miles south of Delmar.
Hey, hon.
Are you coming to the job site?
No, I'm a little tied up right now.
I thought you had the next one.
I got the next one.
Morris Home Improvement is your local family and veteran-owned exterior renovation contractor, and we strive to provide the highest quality work with exceptional customer service every time. After this, you got the next one.
Okay, I'm on board with that. Gotta go. Fish on. Serving Sussex County, there's good. There's better.
And then there's more.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
We're approaching 5:18 on this Friday morning, and we are showing you a live look at Milford as we await the sunrise. Bob, a cooler morning to deal with as we head into the weekend.
Yes, and I witnessed that cold front firsthand, Matt. It was a blizzard of blossoms just south of Milton this morning. Yeah, it's just all of a sudden, all these blossoms flying around and the wind blowing through and shifting to the northeast. So no precipitation with this front, but you definitely know when it comes through, the wind picks up and it gets cooler. Yesterday, 88 in Georgetown, just shy of a record. Today, much cooler than that. Average high 72, 61, but really much of the day, I think we're stuck in the 50s. We don't get out of the 50s on Saturday, 58 degrees, just a real raw day there. But then a quick bounce back, 71 Sunday, and then upper 70s Monday and Tuesday. So it's a brief cool down, but definitely a shock to the system as we have some mid to high level clouds moving in. Here's the front now, making its way through southern Delaware. It will continue to press to the south. We also have these clouds offshore, and I think those will start to build in through the day. So we'll call it basically mostly cloudy. There are some showers back to the west from Texas into the Michigan area. Eventually these showers make their way our way as we go into the weekend. Temperatures now upper 50s, Milton, only 56 in Lewis, and Rehoboth 57, Indian River Inlet. So here comes a cool down originating over the ocean and then spreading inland with lower 60s there. You can see the winds now out of the east northeast and picking up. So the winds will pick up from the east today. Here's Futurecast this morning, mostly cloudy. And I think these temperatures are a little on the cool side. I think more like mid to upper 50s. And by noon, we're pretty much in the 50s, lower 50s along the coast, maybe some lower 60s well inland and some breaks in the clouds, but overall pretty chilly if you're out and about on the town this evening. Bundle up, yeah, because those temperatures in the low 50s will feel like 40s with that easterly wind. Cloudy through the overnight and upper 40s and low 50s to start your Saturday. And I thought originally Saturday would be dry, but now the models are hinting at some showers on Saturday. Just a raw day. Showers, easterly wind, and temperatures stuck in the 50s all day long. A good day to just stay inside. As we move forward, here's Sunday, cloudy in the morning, and then it looks like more showers into the afternoon. So we're definitely getting into a wetter pattern as some of those showers and that rain continues into your Monday. We definitely need the rain. The weekend, not the best timing for that, as we're seeing these gusty winds coming out of the east right through the upcoming weekend. And then they start to shift to the southeast and eventually the south with time and that warm up as we go into Sunday. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. 61 today, but really much of the day in the 50s, mostly cloudy. 49 tomorrow morning and then 58 on Saturday, periodic showers, but warmer Sunday with showers, 71, upper 70s, still a little showery Monday, a break Tuesday, and then we're into the 80s Wednesday and Thursday. Some showers Wednesday, maybe some storms on Thursday as the pattern gets a little more active. Our umbrella winner today is B. Sherman from Fruitland. Congratulations, B, on your brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and Coast TV.
Thank you, Bob. In celebration of Public Service Recognition Week, Rehoboth Beach is closing its offices next week. It'll be on May 8th. This is to honor all government employees at federal, state, county, local, and tribal levels. The city says it will close offices at 12:30 p.m. so that employees and their families can enjoy a spring picnic. That event will serve as a kickoff to the upcoming busy summer season.
Here's an exciting update out of Dewey Beach. The town says the Dewey in Bloom project is officially underway. Volunteers are now placing planting boxes throughout the town. On Saturday, volunteers will begin planting flowers. The town's encouraging you all to take a stroll that morning, meet some of the volunteers, and see all of the bloom boxes.
More to come this morning. Spring Fest firing up. We'll show you what went down at day one at the annual event in Ocean City.
Saddling up to support a cause. Coming up, I'll show you all the cool things to do on May the 4th and Cinco de Mayo.
Do you want longer-lasting appliances? No more water spots, scaling, or stains. Softer and brighter laundry? Start by refining your water with Shore Water Refining.
For over 50 years, we've been creating bottle-quality water right from your faucet. One of the best things you can do for your health is to drink pure, clean water. So call today for a free water test, a free system design, and mention this ad for 10% off a whole house system.
Affordable refined water, guaranteed. Only from Shore Water Refining.
In Sussex County, Beach Mobile Home and RV Supply has the parts you need. Powered by over 30,000 square feet of inventory at brass sales and an amazingly knowledgeable staff, we offer plumbing, electrical, windows, doors, tubs, showers, and even roofing and skirting for your manufactured home. Plus an extensive selection of parts and supplies for your RV no matter the class, size, or style. Beach Mobile Home and RV Supply in Long Neck, Delaware. Your home improvement superstore for all your manufactured housing and RV needs.
The most incredible shopping on the beach, Blooming Boutique. Fashion, jewelry, and accessories as cool as an ocean breeze. You'll love this place. We put a smile on your face. You'll love this place. It's Blooming Boutique. Fashion, jewelry, accessories, and
Visit Blooming Boutique with 4 convenient locations, 2 in downtown Lewis, Long Neck, and Milford. Whether it's your first time betting or you've been gambling for years, have a plan and know the game. Be aware of the rules and odds before you gamble. Set a budget and never gamble with money you can't afford to lose. Take a break and consider teaming up with trusted friends to help you stick to your budget. Remember, if you or a loved one has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER 24/7 or go to helpmygamblingproblem.org for free confidential services.
Storm season is here. Be prepared and follow these tips from Delaware Electric Cooperative. Make sure you and your family have a safe place to go in the event of a tornado or severe storm. Have an emergency kit stocked with enough food, water, and essentials for at least 3 days. And don't forget a flashlight, batteries, and weather radio. Finally, download the DEC Connect app on your mobile device to quickly report an outage. Weather can be unpredictable, but you can be prepared. Make sure you're ready when storms strike.
Musical tunes from a variety of genres will be flowing through the Inlet parking lot in Ocean City. The 33rd Annual Springfest began just yesterday, along with food and music flowing throughout the event. Be ready to see over 200 vendors showcasing their products and creations. So to name a few, there's wooden birdhouses, personalized light stands, glassware to browse. Every vendor looking forward to this weekend.
We absolutely love it. People look for us here. They come in and they want to see the dog treats, and they come in and load up for special occasions or just to go home and have some treats for their dog.
And with the 33rd Springfest already off to a great start, you can experience it yourself. Don't forget, you can go today or stop by this weekend.
First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey here with us again. Out earlier this week, heading to the beaches in the bay. It seemed ideal with that borderline hot weather, but bit of a different feel today.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't that amazing yesterday? I mean, it felt like full-blown summer, and now that's gone. Now it's back to the chill, especially along the beaches today. So bundle up. Fenwick Island and Ocean City, we're in the mid-50s this morning. Some sunshine, but note how the temperatures slide down through the 50s with clouds as we go through the afternoon. Waves around 2 to 4 feet, and then farther up the coast, Lewis, you're also seeing those temperatures falling through the 50s with increasing clouds, and Rehoboth as well, starting out at 55 and then down to 53. For our friends on the Chesapeake Bay and Cambridge, you're looking at some warmer conditions, mid-60s. So that's a little nicer as you're going to be last to get into the cooler weather. Waves around 1 to 2 feet. And in Crisfield, you're in the upper 60s early and then falling into the low 60s as we go into the afternoon. Everybody's pretty much chilly the next couple of days. Keep the umbrella handy into the weekend. More on your forecast coming up in a few minutes.
All right, well, as we inch closer to summer, the number of events happening each weekend continues to climb.
Yeah, CoastTV's Mallory Metzner shows us what you can wine or buy at a variety of themed events around Delmarva.
Sidewalk sales run all weekend long in Lewis, Rehoboth, and Dewey, coinciding with a number of cool things to do in our coastal communities, like looking at beautiful bouquets and May Day baskets outside of homes and businesses. Lewis and Bloom judges will be coming around awarding ribbons Saturday morning. The British Motor Car Show is coming to the ferry terminal in Lewis on Saturday. CoastTV News anchor Charlie Sakaitis is one of the event's judges. And I'm judging the Crazy Pants and Crazy Hats contest at Southern Delaware Therapeutic Riding's Kentucky Derby Watch Party. The horses here will be wearing numbers that match the race horses. There will be mint juleps and a live auction. It all raises money for this local horse therapy program. The 33rd Ocean City Springfest runs through Sunday with local food vendors and homemade crafts. Salisbury Art Space and P-Flag Salisbury are hosting a disco dance party featuring Miss Man. Native American storytelling, dancing, food, music, and vendors will be at the Nanacoke Indian Museum. This Heritage Day event runs from 11 to 3 Saturday. The Water Family Fest and Native Plant Sale is at the James Farm Ecological Preserve on Saturday. Learn about shellfish, buffers, beaches, rain gardens, and of course, native plants. A Friday summer concert series is open for the season at Hudson Fields. A town-wide yard sale in Milton on Saturday offers a treasure trove of household goods. The Delaware Seaside Train Show is happening at the Hope Center on Central Avenue in Ocean View from 9 to 2 Saturday. A volunteer training session to protect beach nesting birds in the Cape and Lopin State Park will be on Saturday. OC Bride Fest is filming a bachelorette party game show. Plus, there's a bridal show at the Convention Center. The historic Lewis Farmers Market Saturday Market is open for the season. The Berlin Farmers Market starts this Sunday. The Rehoboth Beach Farmers Market is back in Grove Park every Tuesday. The Friends of KSI Car Show in Milford, the Chincoteague Seafood Festival, Ocean View's Spring Fling. Try local beer, wine, mead, and spirits in downtown Berlin on Saturday. Jazz, blues, wine, and brews runs from 10 to 6. May the 4th be with you on Saturday. Taco Rijo and Victoria's Restaurant have Star Wars themed specials. Costumes are encouraged. Thompson Island has an outdoor movie screening. Big Chill Surf Cantina is rounding out its Cinco Days of Cinco through Sunday with live music, carnival games, and a mechanical bull riding contest on Saturday. Lots of restaurants have specials for Cinco de Mayo on Sunday. We'll show you those menus online at CoastTV.com.
Here at North Bay Marina, we know that boaters have the most fun.
Does your home have the power it needs for today's tech?
If your home was built before 2003, you might need an electrical panel upgrade. Boost your home's tech power and value with a new panel from Expert Wire. Leave the wiring to the experts and make it a powerful day.
There are too many areas in Maryland elected officials seem to have a hard time finding. Not David Trone. His family came from Cambridge, right by the Choptank River that he used to fish in as a boy. If you're going to stand up for people who too often feel ignored and left out, you have to show up. David has. From Eastern Shore to Mountain Maryland and back, every Marylander deserves a voice, and David intends to carry yours all the way to the U.S. Senate.
I'm David Trone, and I approve this message.
The Leanne Wilkinson Group was extremely professional, helped us navigate the sale of our home, and has extensive experience in the real estate market in coastal Delaware, which positioned us favorably for the sale of our home. We would recommend Leanne and her team to anyone who is interested in buying or selling a home in coastal Delaware.
Leanne is our forever agent.
The Leanne Wilkinson Group in Lewis, Delaware is a proud affiliate of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services PenFed Realty.
Look around, Delmarva. Have you noticed what everyone has been upgrading their homes with? That's right, our aluminum shingles. Whether on the farm or on the water, our metal shingles are made to withstand the dynamic weather patterns here on the shore. Our aluminum shingles have been tested for winds up to 200 miles per hour, can save you up to 40% on energy bills, and we guarantee them for life. Find out why hundreds of homeowners on Delmarva are making the switch. Call Delmarva Metal Roofing today.
Are your lights flickering? Does your home need more power?
Upgrade your home with a new electrical panel from Expert Wire. No more blown fuses, just peace of mind. Enhance your home's value and safety today. Leave the wiring to the experts and make it a powerful day.
Now on Coast TV News.
A cold front pushing through Delmarva this morning is putting an end to the very warm weather and much cooler today and into the weekend, and some showers too. I'll have your forecast details coming up.
Overwhelming overdose spike. This troubling trend has health officials and law enforcement in Sussex County scrambling.
A crash in Harbison after a car hitting a man driving a lawnmower. State police have revealed so far after the victim was taken to a hospital in critical condition.
School meal requirement change. The new bill introduced in Delaware that could loosen requirements to the free program.
This is Coast TV News Today.
May 3rd, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Paige Marley.
Yeah, it's 5:33 a.m. Paige, we have arrived at the weekend.
We have, and I was really hoping it'd be like 90 and sunny.
Oh, you were going 90s.
I don't know. Maybe
I just would have been fine with what we've been riding with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
But now I'm being a negative Nelly.
You are.
I know.
Let's change that around. Turn that frown upside down. Thank you.
I'm looking forward to this weekend and the weather. But Bob, it could be better, you know?
Well, you were hoping for 90. That was yesterday, Paige.
Yeah.
We got up to 88. Georgetown so close to a record. Those days are over for a few days. We have a big cool down. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but a much cooler weather pattern. 50s are starting to build in now from the north and east, and some lower 60s from Salisbury to Millsboro. And these very well could be the highs for the day as temperatures are now beginning to slide down as the winds are picking up from the east and northeast, especially along the beaches right now. We've got some mid to high level clouds building through. But we also have a deck of low clouds offshore, and those are moving to the east as well. So I think those could be moving in as our cold front now in southern Delaware continues to slide to the south. And we'll be in the 50s essentially all day. Maybe not lower 50s at 7. That might be a little cool. But I think we're looking at mid-50s, lots of clouds to break from time to time, and some lower 60s, especially from Salisbury to Seaford, but only lower 50s along the coast with that raw easterly wind and the mostly cloudy skies. UV index for today brought to us by Ocean City. Clouds taking the edge off a little bit. It's high at 7. Burn time is still 25 minutes, so be careful out there. And it goes from the high range into the medium range Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and then back to the higher range on Tuesday. So when it's in the higher range, the higher SPF, midday shade, and limit your time outdoors.
All right, Bob, thank you. Happening today, Seaford High School announced it'll be implementing a weapons detection system on campus. This comes as a Seaford High School student now facing charges after being arrested Thursday. Police say 18-year-old Fernando Etienne was found with a gun and a knife following a routine disciplinary search. This then prompted quick reaction from the school's resource officer and the Seaford Police Department. That student was charged and released on his own recognizance.
We got new information on the shocking overdose spike in Sussex County.
State police, they're investigating 2 possible deaths from an overdose that appear to be resistant to Narcan. That's what counteracts the effects of a drug overdose.
Organizations that help people with addiction, they're working to prepare their visitors and say this new overdose trend, it's terrifying. Coast TV's Charles Reiner has the latest details.
Stocking up on Narcan in Georgetown. State police say there are now 73 suspected cases of this stronger overdose variant, where people require more care and longer hospital stays than other overdose patients. A majority of those cases have come out of Millsboro, Milford, and Georgetown, and all 73 cases have happened since April 26th.
Knowing that this is a one-shot time and maybe you just won't come back from it, it's very scary.
At Higher Ground Outreach, an organization that helps people with addiction in Georgetown, Lou Hernandez says they have all hands on deck to help their visitors.
Just re-educating them on how to use the opioid kit. We have a lot here that we've been giving the last few days, spiking up on training people on how to use it. We are a training center, so we're able to train individuals on the use.
State police now say the drug causing these overdoses is believed to be a mixture of 5 different substances, including fentanyl and xylazine. And that combination of drugs is proving to be stronger than Narcan treatments, which has Jill Friedel, a board member of Attack Addiction, worried.
What was your first initial thought or reaction when you were hearing about this overdose being seemingly more potent than other overdoses?
That's a scary proposition, Charles, to think that something, we thought it was bad when fentanyl arrived on the scene because that's so much more potent than heroin. And now to have something that maybe possibly is more potent than either one of them is a very scary proposition.
This stark spike in overdoses comes less than a month after the Delaware Division of Forensic Science reported Delaware's first decrease in overdose deaths in the last 10 years. But these new numbers and this new drug cocktail have seemingly erased any progress that was being made up to this point.
Back here at Higher Ground Outreach, Hernandez told me that they are certified to teach people on how to use Narcan and that they are hoping for the best and hoping for this crisis to be done soon. I'm Charles Reiner in Georgetown, Coast TV News.
So let's bring us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, how should local authorities address this rise in unusual overdoses?
So far, 47% of you say we should increase police, 27% say more hospital resources, 21% of you say more drug safety education, and just 5% of you saying community groups. You have a lot of options there to vote for. For whatever you're feeling, you can go to coasttv.com or the mobile app to vote. In Delaware, some debate over potential new law. House Bill 350 continues. This bill would allow government oversight on hospital budgets. Now, BB Healthcare, they've set up a website to gather support against this bill. BB believes the law could hurt hospitals by not giving them enough funds. However, supporters of the bill say this would help keep healthcare affordable and transparent. The bill has already passed in the House. It's now being discussed in the Senate. We have more details about this debate on our website, coasttv.com.
A Milton man is in critical condition after a car hit him while he was mowing his lawn in Harbison on Wednesday night. Delaware State Police say the driver, a 26-year-old, was on Forest Road when he hit the man on a riding lawnmower. Troopers say that mower went onto the road for unknown reasons. And they say despite the driver's attempt to swerve, he hit the mower and then crashed into a tree. The man on the mower was taken to a nearby hospital. Right now, we do not have a word or an update on the driver's condition or if any charges will be filed.
Sunday is Cinco de Mayo, and Maryland State Police already ramping up enforcement efforts. This includes DUI saturation patrols and high visibility enforcement. You can expect to see more police on routes 13, 50, and 301 and Maryland Route 413. Troopers say impaired driving saturation funds from the Maryland Department of Transportation Highway Safety Office are helping to pay for this increased enforcement.
Got a lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Still coming up, opening up school meals. We're telling you how a new bill in Delaware aims to eliminate some requirements for free meals in schools.
Also, 76ers did fight to the end, but home court could not help them in their playoff series loss to the Knicks. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
On Wednesday, May 15th, vote for your favorite chef at the 10th anniversary celebration Top Chef of the Culinary Coast event to benefit Meals on Wheels Lewis Rehoboth. The fun begins at 6 p.m. at Ivy and Dewey Beach, when you'll enjoy live music and feast on the area's best culinary creations and local spirits. Get your tickets online at mealsonwheelslr.org or call Meals on Wheels at 302-645-7449.
Tired of looking at the same old faded siding on your home? Give your home a new makeover with quality siding from Spicer Brothers. At Spicer Brothers, we're your partners in transforming your home into a masterpiece. Our team of skilled professionals are dedicated to delivering top quality craftsmanship and exceptional customer service. And right now, save 50% off siding installation and get free gutters. Plus, take advantage of no interest and no payments until 2026. Add value to your home with new siding from Spicer Brothers because you deserve the best.
Do you want longer-lasting appliances? No more water spots, scaling, or stains. Softer and brighter laundry? Start by refining your water with Shore Water Refining.
For over 50 years, we've been creating bottle-quality water right from your faucet. One of the best things you can do for your health is to drink pure, clean water. So call today for a free water test, a free system design, and mention this ad for 10% off a whole house system.
Affordable refined water, guaranteed. Only from Shore Water Refining.
Tamron Hall, Daytime Emmy nominee for Talk Series and host.
And on the next Tamron Hall, ready or not, Gen Alpha is here. They're the generation between the ages of 0 and 14, and they're already sparking tons of debates.
Where are your parents?
Are they spending too much time on the iPad?
Y'all bred iPad children.
Wearing too much makeup. Should they really be beauty influencers? Whoa. We're going to get into it next Tamron Hall.
Friday at 3 on Coast TV.
We have falling temperatures on this Friday morning. Behind a cold front, Spicer Brothers Camp 65 in Salisbury. You're going to see falling temperatures there with a northeast wind this morning. And we've got mostly clear skies. And look at the 50s showing up along the coast. Mid to upper 50s through Redden, Milford, down the coast there. And then 60s inland. So everybody is going to see those steady or slowly falling temperatures as these east-northeast winds are picking up. And they're getting pretty gusty as well. We have mid to high-level clouds right now. Also, we've got some low clouds floating in from the east. So all in all, mostly cloudy as this front is moving through. So not perfect on the golf course. I'll call it fair. How about that as we have the clouds and some sun, much cooler and only 61 degrees. Call the Coast TV First Alert weather phone. It's 443-880-9100. Sponsored by Baird, Mendalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
In Fenwick Island, the town is currently looking for candidates to serve on town council. There are 3 open positions. Each is a 2-year term. So to file, you must live in Fenwick Island and you must be a registered voter. The deadline to apply is Tuesday, June 18th. The annual Fenwick Island Town election that's scheduled for Saturday, August 3rd.
The season of dogs on the beach and boardwalk in Ocean City, it's now coming to an end in the ramp up to the summer season. According to town code, dogs are only allowed on the resort town's beach and boardwalk between October 1st and April 30th. The town says dog owners can still use the dog playground on 94th Street and Bayside to allow their four-legged friends have some fun off the leash.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Yeah, some of you might have turned this thing off with the Knicks up 22 in the first quarter. Spoiler, that changed pretty quickly. Let's take you to the fourth. Tied at 83 to start the frame. Now 92-91. Nico Batum getting up for the stuff. Sixers back on top. Under 7 to go. Tie game. Jalen Brunson unties it. Triples safest. Triples is best. And the Knicks up by 3. Later, 101-98 New York. The Brunson burner was on in the 4th. Contested fadeaway, bottom. Knicks lead it by 5. Then, with less than 3 minutes remaining, OG, oh me, oh my! Anunoby climbing Mount Embiid for the and-one slam. Take another look. New York up by 8. The Sixers would then cut it all the way down to 109-108. Brunson snakes by Kelly Oubre, drawing the foul, a game-high 41 points. After a Tyrese Maxey and one to tie the game, Brunson driving, kicks to Josh Hart, and the Nova Knicks burying Philly's playoff hopes in the building where they raised an NCAA banner. Final breath for Philly. Batum inbounds to Buddy Hield. Shot is off, and the Knicks are moving on to the Eastern Conference semis against the Pacers with a 118-115 win. That over sports. Have a great day, everybody.
How about those Knicks? All right, keep going, guys. Yes, that's right. I don't change teams like Matt does. All right, Tidal Healthcare right now, 63 in Salisbury. That's probably our highs for the day. We're cooling down, a chilly breeze, and we're looking at sharply cooler conditions compared to the recent warmth. Some showers possible into the weekend. I'll have your forecast details coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Today at 4 on Coast Life, join us at Springfest's 33rd anniversary in Ocean City. 4 days of tasty treats, lively music, and awesome handmade crafts. Plus, spend time with our adorable pet of the week. Today at 4 on Coast TV.
At East Coast Campers and More, we believe that having a camper is about enjoying the adventure, time with the family, and your escape to nature. From the buying journey to seamless setup, we've got you covered, walking you through every step, making sure you're spending the most time enjoying what's out there. If you need us after setting up, our mobile RV medics will come to you providing the highest quality of services and repairs. Come start your adventure in Frankfort, Delaware at East Coast Campers and More.
Welcome to our adventure in finding the coolest house with Pam Price. Behold the living room, base camp for family game nights, pillow fights, and to prove my mom and dad. Look at this kitchen. Mom's culinary superpowers would be unstoppable here. The bedroom. This is where the magic happens. Nap time, of course. Thanks to Pam, our home search saga ends here. My parents are over the moon. Pam is the best. She really is.
At BSD, we're here to serve you, our client. But did you know all that BSD has to offer? Everything for the inside and outside of your home. Decking, siding, trim, stairs, railings, hurricane shutters, kitchen and baths, and we install. As your local Anderson Diamond dealer, we also offer full service on all your Anderson products because Anderson backs their product with the best warranty in the industry. Visit one of our showrooms today and we'll show you all we have to offer.
Hello, Waddingham always leaves us laughing. You have the little evil laugh down. Then a family reunion after 5 long years.
Friday at 2 on Coast TV.
Time is now 5:47 on your Friday morning. Let's take a live look at Salisbury. Check out what's going on there. Not much, and that's a good thing, right? Just some maybe clear-ish skies, Bob. I can't tell if it's like the haze from the sun coming up or if it's clouds.
Yeah, probably a little bit of both, some clouds, some haze, Paige. And it's always a good thing when there's nothing going on, right? That means that's good for commuters. Dry roads, really no problems at all on the roads. And we have an easterly wind that's usually a pretty stable wind when it comes to cool weather. Here's our 5-day temperature trend. We had upper 80s yesterday, close to 90. That's gone. You know, our average high now is 72. We're only in the low 60s. In fact, much of the day we're in the 50s. A high of only 58 on Saturday, a raw day, some showers, and then it does warm up. So this cool down is brief. 71 on Sunday and then upper 70s Monday and Tuesday. So hang in there. If you don't like the cool weather, the mild weather is back by the end of the weekend. We're seeing some of those mid to high level clouds right now coming in from the north and west. Here's our cold front ending that little warm stretch that continues to move to the south. Some low clouds across across the ocean are moving from east to west, and those could be moving in a little bit later on. So basically, it's a mostly cloudy day and cooler with the rain well to our west through Texas and into the Ohio Valley and the Midwest. That rain will be heading our way as we go into your Saturday. I know not the best timing, but it's awfully dry and we do need the rain. Temperatures are cooling down, especially along the coast, mid-50s now with lower 60s inland areas, and these very well could be the highest for the day as we have these east and northeast winds strengthening, and that will continue to send our temperatures downward. So 7 a.m. on Futurecast, lower 50s, that might be a little too cold. I think these temperatures are running a few degrees cold. I think we're more like in the mid-50s, and we're into the mid to some upper 50s by noon. Some holes in the overcast, very chilly along the coast. You'll need a windbreaker everywhere, a heavier jacket, especially at the beaches, as some areas, maybe Salisbury and Delmarva, lower 60s later, but lower 50s along the coast. A raw and chilly evening, mainly cloudy, so bundle up as you head out on the town this Friday evening, and then through the overnight, we'll call it mostly cloudy, 40s and low 50s. And then Saturday, originally I thought would be dry, but now the models are bringing in some showers. It will be a raw day and easterly wind, and temperatures struggling through the 50s for highs. I'm going upper 50s, but boy, they're only going lower 50s, so it's going to be kind of a cold, nasty day as we go into your Saturday. And then Sunday, really not much better, but temperatures do warm up with a southerly breeze. A few showers, maybe a rumble of thunder, and that risk continues into your Monday as we have this persistent easterly wind as we go into the weekend, keeping us cold. But then look what happens Sunday. They start to bend more out of the south and we warm up. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast, not warm today. Mainly 50s. I'm going 61, but that's probably early in the day. And then only 58 on Saturday with showers. 71 more showers on Sunday. Upper 70s Monday, more rain. Dry Tuesday. Then we're into the 80s Wednesday and Thursday. Showers Wednesday, some storms on Thursday.
Thanks, Bob. New this morning, Delaware attempting to eliminate some requirements for free meals in schools. On Thursday, House Substitute Bill was introduced in the General Assembly. What it would do away with a requirement for a parent or guardian to complete a household income form. That form is used to determine eligibility for the free meals. The substitute bill is now being reviewed by the House Appropriations Committee.
Delaware and Maryland's congressional delegations have announced federal funding to replace lead pipes and improve drinking water. Over $28 million has been awarded in Delaware, nearly $30 million in Maryland. That funding is available through each state's revolving loan fund. Maryland lawmakers add that almost half the money must become grants and forgivable loans to disadvantaged communities.
New business coming to Rehoboth Beach. Harbor Freight Tools, a national retailer, has a now open sign in the Rehoboth Mall. It's the one you see on your screen, and this store is open 7 days a week. The store says it is expected to create 25 to 30 jobs.
Coming up on Coast TV News today, it's a problem that more than 500,000 new moms face. We're showing you what is now the FDA's approved first treatment for postpartum depression.
Coverage on the road, in your community, along the coast. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, coverage you can count on.
Hey, hon.
Are you coming to the job site?
No, I'm a little tied up right now.
I thought you had the next one.
I got the next one.
Morris Home Improvement is your local family and veteran-owned exterior renovation contractor, and we strive to provide the highest quality work with exceptional customer service every time. After this, you got the next one.
Okay, I'm on board with that. Gotta go. Fish on. Serving Sussex County, there's good.
There's better. And then there's Morris.
Honesty, integrity, bravery. Here is what we can face together.
Incoming.
Let's go.
I've had this policy of not mixing my work and romantic life until now.
I have no doubts you will make a great leader.
It's like you said, Chief. Change is inevitable. I'm no good without the job. You know that.
You've got the team. I've got you.
Chicago Wednesday, new on NBC and Peacock.
All new Drew.
Pop royalty Cyndi Lauper dishes on the iconic chart topper.
The anthem of so many of us. We said, let's make an anthem and use your accent. And I said, what accent?
Friday at noon on Coast TV.
The day of the bridge collapse, my phone just started ringing. The ship struck the bridge. The Dolly was the last ship I was on. It was a punch in the gut. Losing lives is a tragedy, but losing our livelihoods was a disaster. It was a direct hit to longshoremen because if we don't have vessels, we do not have work. Your pages stop overnight. We're in trouble. I saw David Trone on the news.
We got to bring these dollars home.
Yes.
And we got to make sure that union labor builds this bridge. We got to keep thinking about those that have lost wages.
That's right.
Longshoremen are small businessmen. They still got mortgages to meet, food to put on the table. So we need an effort not to let that slip through the cracks.
1000%. To have an advocate speaking loud and speaking proud is David Trone for me.
I'm David Trone, and I approve this message.
It's often known as one of the happiest times in someone's life, the birth of a baby. But as we all know, that's not always the case for every new mom. 1 in 7 moms are overcome with the feeling of sadness, worthlessness, guilt, even suicide, postpartum depression, or PPD is on the rise.
And as Marty Salt shows us, there's a drug newly approved by the FDA that is being hailed as a lifesaver for new parents.
Want that other piece?
Little Maeve is Brooke Wiesner's 3rd child and most difficult pregnancy, born 4 weeks premature.
I was pretty depressed right afterwards. I didn't feel about her like the way I felt like I should have felt about her.
2 months after Maeve's birth,
I had all of my kids in the car, and I was like, I have to go to a doctor because I'm like, if my kids weren't in the car, I don't know, I would drive it off the side of the road or something.
Suicide accounts for about 20% of postpartum deaths and are the leading cause of maternal mortality in the U.S. That's why the first 2 FDA-approved drugs to treat PPD are literally lifesavers.
The idea that we can get people better in a matter of days or weeks is absolutely critical in this really delicate, imperative time frame.
The first drug, Zulresso, requires a hospital stay and is given by IV for 60 hours. And now the FDA has approved a pill form, Zurzuvae, that new moms can take over a course of 14 days at home.
I see people who have dramatic changes in their mood, who at first don't talk about their family or their baby at all coming into the infusion, and by the end are showing me photos.
Brooke chose the IV version. In the first 24 hours?
I don't know, I was just like super hopeful, and then probably 48 hours I had no feelings of sadness at all.
And now Brooke is back, being an active, involved, loving mom to Piper, Cole, and Maeve. I'm Marty Salt reporting.
It's now 5:56 this morning. We're going to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
All right, today's coastal pet of the day is coming to us from the Brandywine Valley SPCA, and we are looking at 10-month-old Gambit. Gambit is a bouncy, playful, and social young guy. He loves to run around, get his energy out, and if you want to meet Gambit or any other adoptable pet, you can visit the Brandywine Valley SPCA.
And we always love seeing your pets on Delmarva, so send us some photos and tell us what makes them so special.
Yeah, you have the QR code on your screen at the top there. That way you can submit your furry friend to CoastTV News, then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
5:57 now. Time for a quick look at your forecast before you head out the door.
Yeah, we had some summer-like conditions for most of this week, but now, Bob, a return to the norm for early May.
Well, actually below average, too. You know, we're looking at about a 30-degree drop from yesterday to today, guys. Kind of a shock to the system. We go from the 80s summer-like into the 50s and 60s today. Here's our day-part forecast, alternating between 58 and 57 degrees between now and 3 o'clock, and feeling much cooler with this stiff easterly wind with clouds at times and some sun as well. Here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast, only 49 tomorrow morning. Very chilly, raw day on Saturday. I'm hoping for 58. It might be cooler than that with some showers and breezy conditions. Lower 70s with showers Sunday, more showers into next week. Upper 70s, some shower chances Monday. Then again Wednesday as we get into the 80s. And maybe a little stormy by Thursday and Friday. And maybe some more showers heading into next weekend.
All right, thanks, Bob. Coming up in our next hour, Narcan resistance on the rise. These kits normally used by first responders in overdose cases are now not consistently working. We look at that troubling trend when CoastTV News Today continues.